So starting the test drive in this Traverse, pretty good pull here. We get that 2.5 turbo 4, made it with the 8-speed, so pretty good driving dynamics for the most part. I actually like it better than the outgoing 9-speed that was paired with the V6s. So you do have the ability to go from tour mode to sport mode. And then you have that snow ice mode as well as the tow haul mode. But I'm gonna put it into sport and see how she gets up to speed. So no one's behind me. Gonna come to a stop. And here we go. So got up to speed very nicely. So I'm just gonna activate the cruise here. So with the adaptive cruise on, we don't have the full-on Super Cruise, so we don't have the lane depart or the lane centering, but we do have the lane departure that we can toggle from the screen right here. So it'll kind of keep you in the lines, but it's not meant to be used like that. It'll kind of ping me back, as you can see. But ride quality, very good on these 18-inch wheels. You have the thicker rubber as opposed to the optional wheels that you can get on the High Country or the RS. And the sound acoustics in here are pretty good as well. And these are just easy to drive. I love the pull that you get from the turbocharged 4-cylinder, but the other good thing is you're also getting the best of both worlds. So you have a pretty powerful engine because it does have the turbocharger, but you're able to get 20 miles per gallon city, 27 highway when you baby it. Now these new SUVs are definitely not cheap, but I do think you get quite a bit for the money here. I like the new powertrain. I like the new radio, obviously, just beautiful look there. You get the wireless charging pad, the heated seats. And then on top of that, you get a very nice looking vehicle. The new Traverses, I said this, I just reviewed an Acadia, and as much as I love the new look on the Acadias, the new Traverses just look so menacing in a subtle way. So they stick out, you're like, oh, what is that? That's nice. But it still doesn't necessarily look like a sports car. It's not as sporty looking as the Blazer, in my opinion, where that's kind of what you want. But this is just kind of an under the radar non-minivan, if you will. Now this one offered here at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro does come with a lifetime powertrain warranty. So if you're worried about the engine, you're worried about the transmission, you're worried the turbocharger will go out or something like that, this dealership actually has this warranty in place to kind of put people at ease with these new powertrains. And what that says is if they're willing to pay for it if it breaks, they probably don't expect for it to break. So it's just something that's kind of nice to have for that extra peace of mind. And I do want to give one more thank you to them. Again, Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you're looking for a Chevrolet Buick GMC product, as well as Cadillac, you can hit them up. But if you're looking to get the best price on something closer to you in your area, just click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out the information, and then I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But overall, I do think for the money, the LT is the way to go because you still get the power lift gate, you still get the system here. You don't have a Bose sound system or cooled seats or a sunroof or leather, but the cloth is pretty nice in this. as opposed to getting the leatherette if you go a step up, or the Evo Tex, I think is what they call it. But it's a nice vehicle, and for those of you that are like, I'll never get an SUV with the 4-cylinder in it, just drive one of these, you'll be impressed. It feels much quicker than the V6. Now, it's not as much of a deep tone from the engine and the exhaust and all of that, but still, you get used to it. And I just love hearing the turbo. But yeah, I mean, good car for the money. And if you're just trying to save where you can, you don't need leather, you don't need cool seats, you don't need a sunroof, a heads-up display and all that, this is the way to go, because you still get the great looks of the Traverse without paying the extra 15 to 20 grand depending on what trim you get if you go up a little higher. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Chevrolet Traverse in the LT trim level.